Hello YouTube and welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. So today I have for you a very meme deck. We're using Maha Vilo. If you guys showed up to the stream, you know that I got a couple of them during the lottery, and some people were asking me to make a deck using it, and they also wanted to see a deck using Horn of the Unicorn, which, as you guys know, it's a pretty it's a meme card, so don't take this deck too seriously. We're using Restart because, as you can see from the deck list, this deck is pretty much Brick City. You only run 6 monsters, 3 Sergeant Electros and 3 Mahavilo. So you want to use Restart, that way you see one at the beginning of the duel, otherwise you're gonna lose. We're running 7 equipped spells, 3 Horn of the Unicorn. Now, Horn of the Unicorn gives you attack and defense, which is pretty clutch because if you put one of these on Sergeant Electro, that's a 2300 attack, 2000 defense monster. So it's gonna be very hard for them to get over it, and you're gonna be locking their back row as you go. So just one Horn of the Unicorn or Sergeant Electro is very problematic for your opponent to deal with. 3 Gravity Axe because I'm running Windstorm, I'm running Curse of Anubis, and I'm running Sphere Krivo. So if I can't deal with a monster right away and I have Gravity Axe, I can just switch them into defense mode, and then the opponent is not going to be able to change the battle position after that. And then the last one, I wasn't sure what to use, so I went with Black Pendant for the 500 damage in case it goes to the graveyard. But pretty much you can use any other equipped spell you want. I'm running 2 Parallel Twisters. Just in case there's something that I can't get over by attacking, I can always send one of my equipped spells to the graveyard and destroy a monster. Or if I want to go for game and I don't have Sergeant Electro, I can destroy the back row before I go in for the attack. 2 of them, and then the 2 traps, like I already mentioned, Curse of Anubis and Windstorm. The reason why I'm running 3 Sphere Krivo is because the deck doesn't really have space for you to run enemy controller. Your back row is going to be used by your equipped spells most of the time, so you can't afford to just equip 1 or 2 and then set your enemy controllers. So you have to run your protection from the hand, and that's why I have the 3 Sphere Krivos. I realize the deck is very expensive, but again, it's just a meme deck. Don't take it too seriously. And let's go ahead and show you some replays. I had a lot of fun using it, honestly. Beat a few people that were on winning streaks at Legend 3, and I bet they looked at the deck list afterwards and felt pretty enraged about what they saw. But it looks like we're gonna have some lag. I already see it. We're gonna begin Jaden Yuki. I have Sergeant Electro and I have my I'm gonna see if it stabilizes real quick. I have my browser open, maybe that was the problem. Alright, so I have my Sergeant Electro and I have my Horn of the Unicorn, and as you can see, 2300, 2000, it's not gonna be easy to deal with. And now that I picked up my Sphere Krivo, it's even better. There we see Destiny Hero Decider, which is going to give his Elemental Hero Clayman back to the hand. Now, I was a little afraid about the Elemental Hero Sparkman. I'm not sure what the fusion is called, but he can destroy a monster with 2400 attack or less. So I went ahead and equipped my Gravity Axe. I was running one-shot 1 because of the Mahavilo, but I ended up going with Black Pendant instead because right now they're dead. I can't equip them to my Sergeant Electro, and I really needed something that I could equip to any of my monsters. Here I'm just locking down the back row. There's no reason to attack until I finally have it all locked down. So as you can see, my Sergeant Electro has all those back rows pinned, so I can safely attack now. Nice and easy. That was in the early stages of the deck when I was trying one shot. what is it, one shot one? I really like that card. I need to use it in a different deck. Somebody recommended using it with Maha and Cerberus. That might be something fun as well. But in this deck, because of the the potential back row, I went with Sergeant Electro. Here again, if you have a monster and you have an equipped spell, it's best if you don't restart. You don't want to take the chance of drawing all your spell and traps. I go for the attack. He's got a Sphere Karibo, which is unfortunate, but his Cerberus, is it Cerberus? Yeah, Cerberus, whatever. Can't get over my Maha, and I can just use my Sphere Karibo from the hand. I used the Parallel Twister to snipe one of the back rows. I don't know if he thought I targeted the mirror wall and he activated it, but that actually came in pretty clutch for me. I don't attack because I don't want him to pay for it and then get over my Maha. So I just wait until the mirror wall is gone. We see him get another monster on the field, that's okay. I go ahead and pin the back row with Sergeant Electro, destroy the Hazy Flame Sphinx, which is the bigger threat. When he tries to attack, I use my second Karibo, and then he had enough and just surrenders. And that, 3-star Demotion Hazy Flame, it's a really good deck. He didn't have access to, what's the card I'm thinking of? Beast Rising, early in the game, so he had no way of getting over my 2550 monster. Now we got a bonds, some bonds on bonds action. He's using straight to the grave, so I expected some zombies. Here I didn't love the fact that I opened up with 2 monsters, but because it was Gravity Axe and I have the Sphere Karibo, I decided to keep the hand. He uses the enemy controller prematurely. He could have attacked and then play around the Sphere Karibo. Luckily for me, he does not do that, so I'm able to use my Sphere Karibo, and then I pick up Horn of the Unicorn, equip that into my Maha, goes all the way to 2750. There we see him set a monster. I pick up another Sphere Karibo, so at that point I knew I pretty much had the game won. And then he just scoops. Pretty quick games. Obviously, this deck does struggle against something like Cyber Angel. Any deck that has easy access to monster removal, other than just attacking, it's definitely an issue. But this is just a deck to mess around with. I wanted to use Horn of the Unicorn, I wanted to use the Maha, and you guys wanted to see it, so there you go. We see Mindscan Pegasus with an extra deck, so a lot of times you can safely guess that that's going to be Gladiator Beast. So I go ahead and pin the back row, activate Horn of the Unicorn, and go ahead and destroy the Test Ape, which is going to summon a Gladiator Beast. But because Test Ape is not a Gladiator Beast monster, the monster that's special summon does not get its effect. I don't know if my opponent knew that. But at this point, I'm pretty much under control. I have 2 back rows pinned, I have a 2300 and a 2750 attack monster, plus the Sphere Karibo in hand. I go ahead and pin the back row, he flips over the mirror wall, which is going to be a problem. So I decide to go ahead and Parallel Twister one of my Horn of the Unicorn to destroy the Gladiator Beast. Horn of the Unicorn is going to come back to the top of my deck, which is fine because I can protect one of my Sergeant Electros for a turn with Sphere Karibo, and then I can just equip the Horn of the Unicorn right back. I attack him so that he cannot pay for the mirror wall, and then he had enough as well and just scoops. I think all of my duels were surrenders, which is, I find that pretty comical. In this last duel, we're going up against My Valentine. I believe this was Harpies. And I'm sorry about the sound. I realize that the gameplay sound is a little behind, so sorry about that. They go first, they don't summon anything or activate anything, so I go ahead and put 2 equipped spells on my Sergeant Electro. So she's gonna take 2800 damage. We see the Harpies Hunting Ground. Goes for the Harpy Dancer, destroying the face down. No need to activate my Curse of Anubis because that would have messed up my Sergeant Electro. Summons the Harpy once again to destroy my Horn of the Unicorn, which is just gonna go to the top of my deck. Sets one back row. I can easily pin that down. I use Parallel Twister to destroy the Dancer. Horn of the Unicorn goes back to the top of the deck, and that's it. Nice and easy. Quick video. You know, just a fun deck to show you guys. But yeah, I think we went through all the replays. That was just a very quick video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm not sure who asked for those two decks or for me to use those two cards, but I hope that this deck, you know, sufficed. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link's going to be down in the description. Also in the description is going to be my PayPal link if you guys want to support the channel, support my content. I really appreciate that. And till next time.